Hi, I'm Ron de Parmesan with your Newscats update. Ladies and gentlecats, ever wondered how far the consequences of war reach? Well, on September 11th, 2024, tragedy struck when an Israeli airstrike hit the Al Jaouni school in Nuseirat, Gaza. This isn't just any school. It's a United Nations-run facility, serving as a refuge for those desperately fleeing ongoing violence. It was an unthinkable scene. 18 lives were lost, including 6 brave staff members from the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, or UNRWA. These casualties mark the deadliest single incident for the agency in this current conflict, creating ripples of grief and concern that echoed across the globe. So let me ask, how does a simple school once a site for learning become a target amid warfare? At the time of the strike, around 12,000 individuals were crammed into that school, mostly women and children, all seeking safety from a storm of destruction swirling around them. The Israeli Defense Forces, or IDF, claimed they aimed for a nearby Hamas command and control center, but let's dive deeper into that. The Al Jaouni school had already endured 4 previous airstrikes since hostilities escalated in October of the previous year, resulting in approximately 40 deaths cumulatively. Among the tragically lost that day were the shelter's manager, a dedicated individual, and key staff members who were providing essential humanitarian assistance. They were the lifeline for families wrestling with immense challenges, and now the gravity of this loss leaves us to ponder, how can we allow such a fate to befall those simply seeking shelter? As the dust settles, we see a loud outpouring of reactions from the international community, and rightfully so. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres stepped in, condemning the airstrike as totally unacceptable. He emphasized the need to uphold humanitarian laws to protect civilians during times of turmoil. Philippe Lazzarini, the UNRWA Commissioner General, didn't pull any punches either. He spoke passionately about the severe risks faced by humanitarian workers, criticizing the ceaseless cycles of violence that have left civilian areas in peril. Adding to the heartbreak, Bill Deere, a director at UNRWA in Washington, revealed a staggering number. Over 220 agency workers have tragically lost their lives since the flare-up of this latest conflict. It's a staggering figure and really makes one think, what is the international community prepared to do to safeguard those on the front lines providing aid? On the ground, a spokesperson for the Gaza Civil Defense confirmed the grim heroics of the situation and voiced the chaotic complexities humanitarian efforts must navigate during these tumultuous times. The IDF maintained they were aware of the locations of UN facilities, claiming that they strive to keep civilian harm at a minimum. But with a school targeted yet again, many folks are left scratching their heads and wondering just how effective those measures really are. Al Jaouni School isn't just bricks and mortar. It plays a monumental role in providing critical food and psychosocial support to a beleaguered population. The question on everyone's lips now is, when the attack occurs in such crucial spaces, can anyone truly feel safe? This tragic incident isn't merely an isolated event. It clearly highlights the urgent need to re-evaluate military tactics concerning civilian safety. Calls for accountability are resonating louder than ever, urging Israel and all involved parties to adhere strictly to international humanitarian laws. These laws dictate that attacks on schools and civilian facilities amount to war crimes. The implications of this airstrike underscore the desperate necessity to protect civilian infrastructure and humanitarian workers who are already caught in the crossfire of violence. Meow, it's a sobering reminder of the critical work that lies ahead, not just for the region, but for humanity as a whole. In the cacophony of political strife, the voices of civilians seeking peace must ring the loudest. So, there's a pressing question we ought to mull over. What can we all do to support the protection of human rights in such complex, violent situations? Let's break it down cat style. The escalating conflict has displaced hundreds of thousands of people, deepening a humanitarian crisis that desperately needs attention. The ongoing violence is leaving behind thousands of stories of loss and resilience. It's evident that strong international responses are vital in assuring accountability and pushing for protective measures within conflict zones. As we share information, let's keep those compassionate dialogues flowing. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to stay updated on the tumultuous journey of our world today. And let's hope beyond hope that conversations lead to action. And by the way, If you think someone in the IDF needs to reconsider their aim after this latest incident, let me know below. It's obviously not hitting the mark as it should. Ultimately, as we process these painful realities together, may we all strive for an environment where the rights of every individual, regardless of where they call home, are held sacred and respected. Let's keep our collective pause on this pressing issue, because understanding leads to action, and action sparks change. The stories of loss will linger, but we must also focus on crafting a future where compassion triumphs over chaos. We'll return shortly with more updates. I'm Ron De Parmesan, and this has been another Newscat special report. Meow!